This is Book 2, Chapter 8 of the Imitation of Christ, of the intimate love of Jesus. When Jesus is present, all is well, and nothing seemeth hard. But when Jesus is not present, everything is hard. When Jesus speaketh not within, our comfort is nothing worth. But if Jesus speaketh but a single word, great is the comfort we experience. Did not Mary Magdalene rise up quickly from the place where she wept, when Martha said to her, "The Master is come and calleth for thee"? That is John 11, verse 28. Happy hour when Jesus calleth thee from tears to the joy of the Spirit. How dry and hard art thou without Jesus! How senseless and vain if thou desirest aught beyond Jesus! Is not this greater loss than if thou shouldest lose the whole world? What can the world profit thee without Jesus? To be without Jesus is the nethermost hell, and to be with Jesus is sweet paradise. If Jesus were with thee, no enemy could hurt thee. He who findeth Jesus findeth a good treasure, yea, good above all good. And he who loseth Jesus loseth exceeding much, yea, more than the whole world. Most poor is he who liveth without Jesus, and most rich is he who is much with Jesus. It is great skill to know how to live with Jesus, and to know how to hold Jesus is great wisdom. Be thou humble and peaceable, and Jesus shall be with thee. Be godly and quiet, and Jesus will remain with thee. Thou canst quickly drive away Jesus, and lose his favor if thou wilt turn away to the outer things. And lost him, to whom wilt thou flee? And whom then wilt thou seek for a friend? Without a friend thou canst not live long, and if Jesus be not thy friend, above all thou shalt be very sad and desolate. Madly therefore doest thou if thou trusteth or findest joy in any other. It is preferable to have the whole world against thee than Jesus offended with thee. Therefore, of all that are dear to thee, let Jesus be specially loved. Let all be loved for Jesus' sake, but Jesus for his own. Jesus Christ alone is to be specially loved, for he alone is found good and faithful above all friends. For his sake and in him let both enemies and friends be dear to thee, and pray for them all, that they may all know and love him. Never desire to be specially praised or loved, because this belongeth to God alone, who hath none like unto himself. Nor wish thou that anyone set his heart on thee, nor do thou give thyself up to the love of any, but let Jesus be in thee and in every good man. Be pure and free within thyself, and be not tangled by any created thing. Thou oughtest to bring a bare and clean heart to God, if thou desirest to be ready to see how gracious the Lord is. And in truth, unless thou be prevented and drawn on by his grace, thou wilt not attain to this, that having cast out and dismissed all else, thou alone art united to God. For when the grace of God cometh to a man, then he becometh able to do all things. And when it departeth, then he will be a poor and weak and given up unto troubles. thou alone art united to God. For when the grace Thou alone art united to God. For when the grace of God cometh to a man, then he becometh able to do all things. And when it departeth, then he will be poor and weak, and given up unto troubles. In these thou art not to be cast down, nor to despair, but to rest with calm mind on the will of God, and to bear all things which come upon thee, unto the praise of Jesus Christ. For after winter cometh summer, after night returneth day, after the tempest a great calm.